All right, we have two young men, NFL cornerbacks, Deandre Baker and Quinton Dunbar. Deandre Baker was a former cornerback for, as you want to say that now, based on this incident here for the New York Giants. And interesting enough with this gentleman here, he was traded up with a 30th pick in 2019. And he was benched late in the season. That's why you probably not even heard too much of him. I had to do a little research on the individual, and yeah, he managed to have like 0 interceptions. I've been like 55 tackles, something like that, man. He really had a lack of performance, and he had a coaching issue staff. He had the trust issues with the coaching staff for whatever reasons. They didn't really dispel that, and he was involved in some Wednesday night party with Quinton Dunbar over like armed robbery, and he was charged for 4 counts of armed robbery and aggravated assault. Now people will say it was probably due to a game or anything. They're gonna release some more information, but this is really, it's gonna hit hard for them. I'm wondering, interesting how the NFL is gonna respond. But you want to feel sorry for these individuals, but I can't, because as a grown man, you're in your 20s and you have a lot to live. Even if you work in the janitorial or custodian, or a lawyer or whatever. I mean, if you're climbing that economic ladder, especially if you're making $2 to $2.5 million, I believe Quentin Baker was undrafted. Managed to have 9 interceptions in 2015 throughout his whole career. I managed to be with the Washington Redskins, and he was signed with the Seattle Seahawks. And he was talking to him about the situation. It's going to be very difficult, man, because you were competing for straight flowers for that starting job. Now that you got into your emotions and you want to defend yourself, I think it was really over materialistic things. Come on, man. And I can't go by the fact that, they were young. You should know better. You're in the NFL, set up connections, set up with people. I'm pretty sure it's networks, and you have went through orientation of who to hang out with, set up, getting a mentor, know where your money is going, be aware of these different accountants that's going to keep track of your money. Yeah, they can't babysit you everywhere you go, but at the same time, you have to be your man, and you have to understand and pick your battles, and not set yourself up for failure and be in these type of situations. Okay, because only one small thing, someone can go up here and record it, okay, or call the police, and you're involved in it, then that's it. They even got witnesses that, okay, well, he told the individual, I think it was Quentin Baker, he told the individual, someone in the red, go ahead and shoot him. So that was from allocations of the witnesses. And for semi-automatic firearms, it says that Baker intentionally threatened victims with a firearm. According to the arrest warrant, this is an ESPN here, multiple witnesses said at one point during the incident, Baker ordered another suspect wearing a red mask to shoot an individual who was just entering the party. The warrant includes conflicting accounts from witnesses as to whether Dunbar was armed, with some saying that he didn't see a gun in his possession. The NFL said Thursday night it is aware of the matter and will have no further comment at this time. The league will review the incident under its personal conduct policy and hand out discipline if warranted. And thing is, you live and learn. You do make mistakes, but this is a huge mistake here financially for you, because you can get a big fine, and then therefore all the hard work that you put in, that you overcame the odds, managed to get into the NFL, even being undrafted. You went through these programs, you worked out, you made it, and now use that leverage and use that time, that money to invest in yourself and invest in your community, or just continuously to focus on your vision and taking care of your family if you wish to do that, instead of putting yourself into, I don't know if this is like a house party or anything. It could be because due to this COVID, but get into a sort of violence, because that's not the way. That's really ain't the way. So remember, you never know who's watching. People are after your money. People are after you, especially when you're up there and you have a lot to lose compared to the average person. You gotta think about all of this, all the things that you have done, and it's just moral and values. I don't know if these brothers don't really have a father that can really talk to them, or some type of authoritarian male figure. But this is a really huge crisis thing. They'll be blessed if they still be able to be in the NFL, just be suspended for a couple games, few games. But then again, too, as the NFL starting to convince, like in August, they started getting to OTAs and things are slowly getting to normal. You're gonna miss that. You're gonna miss training camp. You're gonna miss these team meetings, because once you're suspended, it can go indefinitely. It can be very detrimental for you, even if you go and get in shape by yourself, but you're not around the team. You're not building chemistry with your new teammates. It's always a draft that comes in. How you going to be a mentor to them? I'm just saying, looking at long term, past this NFL stuff, man. You got to think about that. This leadership skills, and this is going to follow you everywhere you go. We all make mistakes, I understand that, but you have to. It's like chess. You have to be critical. You have to think before you make your move. You got to be cautious about this, man. So with these two brothers, Quinton Baker and Quinton Dunbar, Deandre Baker, it's very, very crazy, very sad. I'm glad nobody was killed, but so far, according to the story, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have ESPN is gonna update me more. But man, come on now, you know, you gotta do better, make better decisions. And at the end of the day, people always gonna remember the messed up thing that you have done instead of all the good things. Think about it, like O.J. Simpson. All we keep thinking about is how allegedly he killed Nicole Brown. Like, we don't know. So you got to be careful. You know, everything that you do, man, you're going to have to pay for that, whether it's good or bad. So with these gentlemen, I'm very disappointed in their actions. But, hey, happened in South Florida. Just got to clean it up. But this is your boy, Youngly Jr. You guys continue to like, comment, subscribe. If they change from their ways and just continue to focus on an NFL. And I don't know, man, maybe because he didn't really have a stellar performance. I remember Quinton Dunbar, he was very upset with the contract. He coined $2.5 million, and maybe he's just like, hey, whatever. He was just out of it, didn't really care about his job and his career, and he's going out there just getting himself into trouble. When a man loses his sight and his vision on what he wants to do, or he has no type of objective, then yeah, you're gonna have an ideal mind. I think this is what happened. That's Quinton Baker. He didn't really have Deandre Baker. He's getting mixed up. Deandre Baker didn't really have a stellar year, and he's been struggling. But instead of him looking and understand that, you know, failure comes, you know, struggle comes as a man, you look at it, you're going to keep continuously to fail over and over again. But it's all about looking and over that and not trying to commit the same mistakes again and perfecting your craft. You could have been better off studying more in the playbook or analyzing and helping out with your weakness, so you can at least be that advocate for the Giants to have a successful season next year. You gotta think about that, but now you're kind of out of the game because it is. So yeah, it's just something to think. I'm gonna put the link in the description box here. You guys can kind of read it yourself, but I just want to weigh on that. It's really childish on here and their behavior, if it's true. But it's your boy Young Link. You guys continue to like, comment, subscribe, hit me up. If you guys want to interview, email me at writing9312@gmail.com. I'm out. You guys take care. Deuces.